Holy force, it is a good week to be a Star Wars fan. On Thursday, Disney dropped some major bombs with some huge announcements about a massive expansion of the Star Wars universe. And we're going to break it all down for you here on the greatest Star Wars podcast in the galaxy, Han Talks First. Get excited. This Investors Day was poised to increase stock and shares to investors and to create interest in the future of the company. I watched the entire 4-hour presentation on Thursday, and it may seem like kind of overdoing it, but I actually enjoy that kind of stuff. And of many of the exciting announcements Disney made on Thursday, none of them came close to the bulldozer of announcements that dropped about Star Wars. And Star Wars fans around the world shared screams of excitement when they heard Hayden was coming back as Darth Vader. Patty Jenkins was directing a Star Wars movie. Rosario Dawson is getting her own series as Ahsoka Tano. And thanks to The Mandalorian, we have begun an entirely new era for Star Wars. Let's go ahead and jump into the Obi-Wan series. I guess they're calling it ObiWan Kenobi now. And this is what I think fans are most excited about because we got the announcement Hayden Christensen reprising his role from the prequel trilogy as Darth Vader / Anakin. And this one is also going into production in March of next year. So it's coming up pretty close. This is the greatest announcement we got from this little Investors Day call. And everyone was so excited about it, and it's justified too, because this is something that people have wanted for a very long time. Because I was actually talking with my friend earlier about this announcement, and he was saying, it's really great to hear that he's coming back to do something, because he kind of disappeared from the world after the prequel movies, and no one really saw him or heard of him. He did these small little films here and there, but yeah, he did Revenge of the Sith, he did Jumper, and then he kind of disappeared. And a lot of people don't like his acting as Anakin Skywalker in the prequel trilogy. Now, while I do agree with some of that, I do love the fact that he's coming back and he gets that second chance to prove that he's a good actor, and maybe with a little bit better direction, he'll be able to bring a new side to this and show off some of his acting chops. We do know that the show is going to be directed by Deborah Chow, who directed 2 episodes of The Mandalorian in season 1. She is a great director. She has this really long history of directing in TV shows. Now, this was originally supposed to be a movie, and we know that after the events of Solo, A Star Wars Story, and how it kind of bombed and got poor reception at the box office, that is what made the decision to move Obi-Wan Kenobi from a movie to a TV show. Not just a TV show, but a limited series. And apparently it is 6 episodes long. Each episode will be an hour, unlike the Andor show, which it will be 12 episodes. So it's a little weird. That one's going to be a little longer. But the theory is that is also going to be a limited series. But yeah, so what's going to happen? We have Vader and we have Obi-Wan together again. And the closest thing I can think of is that this will be the past that was mentioned in A New Hope when Vader says, I haven't felt this presence since when? Since what? We thought it was Mustafar, but now it could be something else. I was a little hesitant at first when they first announced an Obi-Wan series, that I was just a little hesitant that they were going to use Vader, and I kind of didn't want them to use Vader. But now that I see kind of what they're doing with Star Wars and how they're writing it and how they're building this universe again, I have a little bit more hope, I guess you would say. Okay, so let's talk Andor, the new series coming to Disney+. It is a Rogue One prequel series, and it's going to focus on Diego Luna's character, Cassian Andor, who was also in Rogue One. And it's currently in production. It actually started 2 weeks ago, and it will debut in 2022. So we got about a year to wait, and honestly, when I first heard about the show, I was like, why? Why are we wasting all this money to do a show on a character that we saw in a movie that was kind of an off tale And it was a character that I think wasn't very important to that story or very, very valuable. But after seeing this announcement and seeing the little sizzle reel they put together with the concept art and the creature designs and knowing that it is having the budget of a feature film kind of makes me a little bit more excited. Next up, I want to talk about the Ahsoka series. This is going to be amazing. We kind of all knew it was coming because Rosario Dawson is amazing in the role, but not just because of that, but because last year, Bob Iger, the old president of the Disney company, he said, going forward with the Mandalorian series, it will introduce characters that will have their own spin-off series. Now, the Ahsoka show is going to take place during the events of the Mandalorian. And another good thing that fans are really excited about is it will be helmed by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, both the executive producers of The Mandalorian. They know Star Wars to its core, and I have full faith that they will do it justice. And I freaking love the Rosario Dawson version of Ahsoka. I think she does a fantastic job. But I think this news means we will not see much more of her in The Mandalorian, which saddens me. But this show can't come sooner because I'm so excited about it. The Ahsoka Tano series. This is amazing, guys. Okay, the next one is Rogue Squadrons. So this is the movie that was announced to be directed by Patty Jenkins. She's directed the 2 Wonder Woman movies. She's directed an older film called Monster. She's a fantastic director, very critically acclaimed and just very talented in general. Now, when they first announced the title, I was like, another like fighter pilot movie. Like they just announced this Rangers of the New Republic. Now we're getting another one. We have the game. We have the books. So I was a little hesitant on it, but then they said that Patty Jenkins was going to be directing it, and I was like, whoa, that is good news. And to top it off, I went to Patty Jenkins' Twitter and I saw the announcement she made. So she actually posted a video explaining that she had long wanted to make a film about a fighter pilot. And her father, it was her profession to be a fighter pilot in our Air Force. And he died giving service to his country in that way. He died when Patty Jenkins was 7 years old. And this film is supposed to honor his legacy and bring to life some of the stories that she was told by him about some of the real life events that happened. And just hearing that in the video made me say, okay, this is going to be a serious film. This is going to have heart and emotion, and there's more to it than just making a Star Wars fighter pilot movie. This is going to have heart, and this film's really going to mean something. Because she said in that video, she's been wanting to make this movie for a very long time, but she couldn't find the outlet in which to do it until Star Wars. So this is going to be amazing. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. So since we're talking about Squadrons, the next one that was also announced is The Rangers of the New Republic. So this is also another direct spin-off of The Mandalorian show, and also it will be directed by helmed by Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. So this one is also taking place in the Mandalorian universe, or at least during the same timeline. So I guess we can expect that this will also have characters that we've seen already in The Mandalorian, such as I can't remember his name. He plays Mr. Lin in another show, but the Asian man, and then Dave Filoni, that'd be really cool. I don't think he'll want to make a cameo again. I don't know, and I do think this will also include Cara Dune because she was enrolled to become a marshal, and then she was also offered a job by that other ranger to join their force. So what would be really interesting, since we have now 3 shows coming to life that all take place during the same time period, is if all of them mold together in some way that by the time all of them end their series, it turns into one giant movie that will release at the finales of each. And it will include the Rangers of the New Republic, it will include Ahsoka, and it will also include The Mandalorian, all leading up to one final, giant, epic, massive movie, which would be pretty cool. One thing I forgot to mention about the Ahsoka series is I think it's going to have to do with finding Thrawn. In addition, also finding Ezra. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go and check out the video I did about the top 10 crazy facts about Ahsoka Tano. Next up, I want to talk about the Lando spin-off series. So this will be show run by the creator of Dear White People. His name is Justin Simon. And this will follow the events of Lando Calrissian after the Solo movie. And a lot of people were concerned that it wasn't going to have Childish Gambino playing Lando again. But I did hear on, I think it was Deadline, that he will be coming back and reprising his role as Lando. This is fantastic. One of the things that made me nervous after seeing Solo, the movie, was that there was talks already about a sequel for development. While that was never going to come to light, obviously because of how poorly it was received, they were still actively making it. At least they were hinting at it. So it turns out the actual thing they were working on, it was a sequel to Solo. It just happened to be about Lando Calrissian. So the other one I'm really excited about is The Acolyte. So this will be a female-centric series, and it's billed as this mystery thriller set in the final days of the High Republic era. And this showrunner is Leslie Headland. She made Russian Dolls. I've never seen it, but apparently it's really good, critically acclaimed. This one I wasn't too thrilled about to begin with, but after this announcement and finding out that this is going to be about the Sith, like deep Sith religious looks on the Force, really heightens my excitement about it. And then seeing the logo with the lightsaber cut through the middle, oh my gosh, sign me up. I'm so for it. Disney, take all my money. This could be about, many different things. It could be about Darth Bane. That would be really cool. Like how the Rule of Two came to be. It could be about, Darth Revan, Darth Malak, all this kind of stuff. It could be about Darth Plagueis and Darth Sidious's relationship. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Well, he was the acolyte. I don't know. But it's really cool. And I don't know. We've seen 9 movies about Jedi and Jedi's beliefs and Jedi rules and bylaws, and now we're finally gonna get everything from the Sith's point of view. So this is a first. This is the direction I wanted to see Star Wars go. Another one that was announced was the Star Wars Bad Batch. While we knew this was coming, we got a trailer, and this is the animated feature or series that follows the events of the Clone Wars. In the trailer, it shows that this will take place during Order 66. Another one that was announced was Star Wars Visions. This is an anthology collection of short films set in the Star Wars universe from 10 different Japanese animation creators, and they're all going to debut in 2021. My girlfriend was thrilled about this one. She's a big anime lady, and she loves this idea. I think it's a cool idea too. It reminds me of the Star Wars shorts they did on their YouTube channel, where they replayed significant moments from the original trilogy in animation form. The last two I'll talk about are A Droid Story and the Taika Waititi film. Now, while we didn't get much about the Taika Waititi film, we did get some cool font, which looked like old 80s comic style wording, which was pretty cool to see. I think this is going to be a new, fun take on the franchise, hopefully embracing the old Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers type of storytelling. And Taika Waititi, you know he'll bring some great humor to it, but also heart, because he knows how to tell a story with emotion. And The Droid Story is an animated series from the Lucasfilm animation side about visual effects team that sets R2-D2 and C-3PO on a new adventure, and probably going to include other droids as well. And that's it for the Star Wars announcements this week, guys. We got a huge truckload of them today. If you like this video, please click like down below, subscribe to the channel for weekly videos. Monday is the Mando Talk Show. Wednesday is the regular Han Talks first show. I will see you all next time. May the Force be with you.